Boom.
With this type of accent wall, you want the base or the back to be completely smooth. Smooth as a baby's butt. Why do they say smooth as a baby's butt anyways? Isn't that kind of weird? And it's called like a level 5. Mine's kind of like a level 4.8. So we're gonna paint it black or like a charcoal color is the look I'm going for. We're gonna throw some 1x2 pieces of wood in a nice little cool design and paint that the same color. So let's do it. Alright, desk build. So I picked up 2 plywood sheets. They're 4 feet by 8 feet, and then they're 3/4 inch thick. And so we're gonna go ahead and take 2 of the sheets so we can glue them together, cut them to size. And then for the total thickness to be about 1.5 inches. I like the desktops to be about 1 inch, 1.5 inches. I want it to be, this one to be a little thicker because this 45-degree angle leg, I want it to support, and I wanted to have longer screws to be able to support some weight. Now that we glued them together, I'm going to go ahead and cut it down to size. I didn't want a 90-degree angle on the front of the desk because when I'm gaming, I don't want my arm digging into that edge, so I'm using a planer to kind of smooth that down and get rid of that 90-degree edge. And then I'm going to go ahead and use some wood filler to kind of fill in the gaps and the holes, and then we'll go ahead and sand it down, make it nice and smooth. Time to throw some white semi-gloss paint, kind of with some scuff resistance on it to kind of protect it a little bit better. And then we're going to go ahead and install these Alex drawers. Rather than trying to build something, these Alex drawers are a great investment for some storage. And as you know, white, there's all kinds of different shades of white, so I went and painted the outside the same color as the desktop, so it's all even and not different shades of white. So let's go ahead and put these Alex drawers together, and then we'll have a nice drawer and some storage for this desk. Now time to cut this 45-degree angle leg. I wanted something a little bit different rather than just kind of a straight up and down leg, so I'm going to try cutting a 45-degree angle so it makes it nice and unique. Alright guys, we got a 45-degree angle leg here cut. We got 2 of them because I'm going to probably go like this where the leg is separated a little bit, but we didn't think that this was complicated enough. Let's go ahead and complicate it more by, let's make it like an angle. Maybe have like a little V and have it a little bigger up top, and it comes down to a more narrower point on the bottom of the leg. Let's make it happen. So there's going to be 2 pieces in the middle that will support the 2 sides, and then the tricky part is actually measuring these and then actually getting the degree of angle down. So this took a little bit of work to try and figure out what that's going to be, but right now let's go ahead and get these cut, and we'll get the angles cut on them right now. Kind of like a 7.5 degree angle, I believe, is what it ended up turning out to be. I'm going to go ahead and pre-drill some holes for the screws, and then I'm going to go ahead and countersink for the screw heads so they can sit flush with the sides of this leg here. Time to use a planer to kind of smooth out those edges that are sticking out. Then we get everything sanded down, make it nice and smooth. Apply some wood filler to all the holes, and then after that is done, we go ahead and use a sander when that's dry to smooth everything out. And we got ourselves a leg. Now time to paint. I threw down a couple coats of the same white paint that we used for the desktop, and then instead of having just like a white leg, I wanted to add a little like black, maybe a black color, kind of a 45-degree angle, kind of like the wall. And so here I'm going to go ahead and tape everything off, and then I'm going to seal it so there's no bleeding in that tape. So when we lay down the black on it, it's not going to show through and bleed through. You can see it's nice clean lines like that. I used a couple of hinges to attach the leg to the desktop. I ended up adding a second bracket and painting it white for added support. So I know some of you guys are going to say that this desk isn't able to support any kind of weight with that leg at a 45-degree angle, but I'm here to prove to you that it will. 175 pounds of pure muscle. And then put in 4 screws to attach the Alex drawer to the desktop. Here I'm creating a little template of where the screw holes are at with the power supply so we can mount it to the bottom of the desk. I used a black power supply because I had a black cable, because I didn't want to see a white cable against that black wall. And so here I'm just kind of cable managing that cable on the back of the Alex drawer and then against the wall. I use some J-channel cable raceways, which are great for underneath the desk, so you can bring all your cables and manage those cables underneath the desk there. So I noticed this thing is kind of back heavy with this pretty big beefy computer sitting towards the back, and Alex drawers aren't kind of supporting this since it doesn't fit all the way. So it's a little more wobbly sitting on carpet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install this Adele's leg in the back here to support, you know, if someone has a big beefy computer, and it will support it real nice. So let's go ahead and get it installed. Yeah, much better.